Bids committee meeting April 23rd, 2025. Quorum has been established, minutes were approved. We're gonna go to old business. Is there any old business from this committee?
Excuse me, sir, today is the 24th.
I absolutely, because I wrote it on my sheets, but it's not printed on this sheet. I thought I made a mistake, but I didn't. And this is $20. No problem.
I'm being picky.
Clerical errors are easily corrected. Thank you. Since there's being no new business, old business, I beg your pardon, I'm gonna go to new business, and I know Donald has quite a few things for us here today.
Well, I don't know about quite a few, but two. I'm gonna start from the bottom up. First thing is South Canal Project. Today was supposed to be the day that this committee would get to see the proposals for the South Canal, which is a major project. But they weren't ready yet. So, Kyle's not here. And we hope you'll have 3 proposals for us, at the next meeting of the bid committee in May. I do know that the proposals are coming from Johnson and Davis, Shenandoah, and MSC. Those are the companies you'll be looking at. So, sorry about that, but we'll have to wait a few weeks. All right, next, I have 2 proposals for paving repairs for the committee's review. If you go to the next page, you'll see the spots, 20 in total. None of these are of an urgent nature, but we're just trying to keep up with it. And lots of pictures. Some of them are walkway trip and fall, some of them are street strip and fall. And it's a small trench of repair, it's only 20 spots. I particularly want to get this one done on the walkway at Val's Edge. That's a tree root, right? I don't think it's a tree root. That's what it could be, but it's a previous repair that they buckle in. There's the one roots in the bottom about. Anyway, got that. You have 2 proposals now. One is from Sunshine Services, who's done the last few branches of repairs for us. I will tell you that I'm not 100% satisfied with the quality of their work. Couple of jobs I had to call them back on, because the aggregate was disintegrating, and they're not gonna need to clean edges that I like. I don't want to get along the edges. And anyway, they came for the 750 square feet, and they came to $9,050. I bid it out this time. This is Federal Maintenance. Federal Maintenance is a contractor who's worked for us in the past. They've done very good work. Last month they did a job for us at Chatham H. They replaced they repaired a storm drain basin, and they did a good job. There's quite a bit of difference in the price. This is $56.92, and it's slightly more square footage, 200 square feet more. That's a rough estimate, so I don't go for that. But the difference in the specs is 1/2 inch in depth. Federal does an inch depth. Sunshine does 1.5 inches. Does that add up to almost twice as much? No. Being that Federal Maintenance is a known vendor, and we've got good work for them before, I don't think we're taking much of a chance here. I discussed this with the chair early this week. We both think it's a good idea to let's give these guys a shot.
And what's the guarantee on the work?
Guarantee on the work is if it's not to my satisfaction, we don't pay.
And what happens if it cracks after 6 months?
There's 6 months down the road, there's no knowing when an asphalt repair will crack. We've got trees, we've got roots, warranties really don't go out too far. But if you look at Sunshine Paving, I had 2 areas of repair that started to disintegrate almost immediately. And I brought them back and I made them redo it before they got paid.
Richard,
Oh, Rich.
Is there any Your professional difference between 1 inch and 1 1/2 inch?
I honestly don't think so.
Okay, then I would say that.
Federal did do 1 inch when they worked for us in the past, and
And you
those, some of
said-
those patches are still just as good as when they did them 8 years ago.
As far as I am concerned, Sunshine has 3 strikes against it already. Price, work, and.
So,
Let's make a motion.
I make a motion that we accept federal bid for 56, I don't know the exact, 56.
$5,692.50.
Should have.
Yes, and 50 cents.
Yeah.
All right.
Any second?
I second.
Discussion,
And one vision and go up was.
What's that answer?
Oh, Esther.
No, I don't think that was meant for us.
Yeah.
any discussion?
They will be have 2 meals.
What is Esther saying, Jerry?
I'm,
But
she's talking to my daughter on the phone, so I'm just muting it. I'm muting my,
She's talking to us.
We thought you was talking.
Esther talks, everybody listens.
Any other discussion on it?
No.
I will add my 1 cent opinion.
Go ahead.
Tom and I have talked about this before, and I've always, when dealing with these type of vendors, I've always dealt on a 3-year basis. First year, they're gonna come in and get a price so that they're gonna try to capture our business. The second year, they get to know us, and the third year is when they have to
Make some money.
make some money and try to pattern themselves up. For the small amount of money that federal, for this, what this project is doing, not that I throw $6,000 around like a manhole covers, but I think it would be a good test to try them again for $6,000.
Yeah, I mean, we've had.
They've been around a long time.
Yeah, they've worked for us before, and we've had batches of repairs that were 50K. And that we needed, but this is a good one to give them another shot on, I think. Anybody else?
Is it type of asphalt or laying different, because this got, numbers.
Yeah, type S dash Roman numeral 3. I don't know,
There's an S1 and an S3.
S1 and S3, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, what crazy. I'm guessing that the last job, remember the one in front of
Wellington?
well,
Yeah,
that was poor grade asphalt, and it was. My first thought was that he didn't give me my 1.5 inches, but I took a screwdriver and measured it, and he did.
what actually happened, it did with the rain, they brushed it.
They rushed it, it was a cold pour,
Yeah,
and it started to fall apart, there was another spot I had to bring it back to, same thing, started to, deteriorate.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's a material problem or just a workmanship problem, but either way, we're gonna come back.
What's the difference between asphalt?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Raise your hand, or acknowledge it.
if I remember correctly, the S1 is more or less the first base, and then the S3 comes over top. For your finish, yeah. There's not much difference.
okay.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, Craig, I've never seen any of them come in with 2 different types of asphalt.
Thanks.
That's one shot.
Oh, that's all it is, yeah.
If you treat the difference of the viscosity of the tar that they put into it, the aggregate that holds it together.
Yeah, they
Isn't
mold
that
it and
the
stuff like that, it's a little thicker.
Yeah.
Hold together. It's typically what you put on the top. Better grip also.
Overcoming asphaltologists.
Any further discussion from the committee?
Call the question. Over.
Motion by Richard Hamilton, second by. Is it Tony who seconded or did Dennis?
No, I thought, I did.
Thank you. To accept the bid from federal maintenance for approximately $5,692.50. Richard Hamilton.
Yes.
John Gregg. John Hess. Dennis Burrow.
Yes.
Maureen Deviger,
Yes.
Jerry Sutowski,
Yes,
Joanne Robinson,
Yes.
Stuart Richland, Tony Burrows.
Yes.
Patricia Caputo,
Yes.
Fausto Fabro.
Yes.
And I vote yes. The motion carried.
Thank you.
Any other items? Donald?
I got updates if you guys want them, I can give them now or in both meetings, doesn't matter. Want me to give you a few updates? What's going on with projects, things that you've been on, yes?
Yes, yes.
Chair?
Yes.
Just
Loretta?
tell it.
All right, South Canal, you already heard about, you're gonna hear from our engineer, manager, Kyle, next month, hopefully. North Canal. Just so everybody knows, that's been given to our attorney, Noah Tennyson, who is arranging for a tax sale for the 6 parcels that comprise the canal. Once we become the owners of that canal, it'll be the next step, which is engineering and basically just what we're doing on the South Canal, so that just might click. We can talk about this now, the security contract, which was approved by all the committees, except the executive board and the assembly is currently with
No. I don't really want that
all right.
broadcast. Yet.
Okay.
All right, next, laundry. We have plans for already made to refurbish the laundry. And we already have that. We're waiting for our first proposal from Edgar and Edgar Santos. I pinged on him today because we haven't heard from him in a while.
Did
So
you
let's
go
see.
out for a few bids?
Well, I wanna get Edgar's back, and then once we get Edgar, I think we already agreed it's gonna go on to Chosen.
Okay.
Alright. Reserve study, Josh has it, so we're waiting to hear from him. That's pretty much it, guys. Unless you got anything for me to look at.
When Donald,
Yeah,
when you talk to Edgar the next time,
yeah,
would you ask him to please bore a few holes into the ceiling at the laundry to see if that might be mildewed or contaminated, such as what happened at the Southampton pool?
oh, you wanted to get into the
Yeah,
attic?
because that, I don't believe that was in the original quote.
It was, no, we don't have a quote yet, well, we have
Well,
plans.
I don't think I was even discussed when you and I went over there. I thought we said we don't have to repair that, but since that is a moist area, maybe we ought to look into that right away too.
Get in the hatch, I can get into that attic, I'm not gonna do it,
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I'll look at it.
Thank you.
Stands to reason that if we had the same problem in the exact same
Well, it's a
construction
moist
building,
area,
right?
yeah.
Okay,
Except we will wait 8 years this time.
no, let's hope not. Alright, that's all I got, guys.
Okay.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I know we adjourn.
Second.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Okay, Jerry, I'm gonna cut this meeting off, but if you would, for the next meeting, click back into that same link.
okay, got it.
Yes.
The pedestrian gate is